The mystery of Jose Chille DeCastro's latest lawsuit, which started as a defamation suit against fellow YouTuber Dale Lackluster Hiller, grew deeper on Tuesday as DeCastro made private both his scheduled lawsuit and produced video dedicated to why he was suing Hiller, Josh Accountability for All Abrams and Kate Peter. DeCastro had originally announced his lawsuit against Hiller 2 weeks ago, after years of threatening to do so. Hiller had trashed DeCastro's reputation years ago, and there is legitimate bad blood on the part of DeCastro towards Hiller, who currently runs one of the most popular First Amendment auditing-related channels on YouTube. While threatening Hiller, reports have indicated that DeCastro has been increasingly frustrated with Hiller's continued success and such things as Hiller's Attorney Shield endorsement, a product similar to various products DeCastro has pitched over the years but never carried through producing. The diminutive YouTuber explained in his announcement of the lawsuit against Hiller that the statute of limitations was running out quickly, and that he only had days to file his suit against Hiller before he was up against that limit. Hiller, reportedly, made his statements in 2022, during the same summer where the majority of the events from DeCastro's previous lawsuits against Kate Peter, Josh Abrams, Michael Bluebick and Peritini, and others allegedly occurred. That year, DeCastro had exploded onto the auditing scene and had surpassed Glenn Serio as the #1 talked-about person in the First Amendment community. There were daily live streams providing critiques of DeCastro's latest videos, and whole communities formed around the shared goal of making fun of the YouTuber. DeCastro reacted badly to the new exposure and targeted Kate Peter and the idea that Peter was running a mass-hole troll army to torment him and carry out various misdeeds against him based on her extremely popular Discord server. Fans would gather on Peter's Discord server and literally figure out where he was traveling as he live-streamed, from the street signs and landmarks visible in his videos and live streams. DeCastro was tracked like a great white shark, not due to any tracking software or nefarious means, but through his own statements, videos, and trust of people who then leaked his information. The YouTuber's reactions, rage, and alleged fabrication of events to support his further attempts to get protective orders against Peter and Abrams only fueled his growing status as a laughingstock in the First Amendment community. The summer of 2022 ended with the start of a crackdown by DeCastro on coverage of his channel, after multiple failed attempts at getting a protection order to stop Kate Peter's coverage of him via unsuccessful attempts at protection orders against her and Josh Abrams. He sued both Peter and Abrams in a federal civil rights lawsuit based out of Massachusetts. He also went on a spree of filing YouTube copyright strikes against channels that used portions of his video productions. He briefly took down channels like Irish Demon and Dog Detective with unrelenting use of the copyright system. Part of YouTube's copyright rules indicate that the person who filed a strike against another channel for use of their material has a set amount of time to file an actual copyright lawsuit. If the person does not follow through with the lawsuit, the copyright strike is eventually released against the channel. This did not stop DeCastro from filing hundreds of strikes against creators such as Daniel Jones of the Wales-based Welsh News Network as recently as April of 2024, with varying degrees of success, as he never actually followed through with an international lawsuit. For the United States cases in 2022, he modified his federal civil rights lawsuit against Peter and Abrams and converted it into a copyright abuse lawsuit. He then included Google and dozens of John Doe creators who were never named, but could be used to fulfill YouTube's requirement of a lawsuit being filed within the time limits as a lawsuit existed. While that lawsuit was eventually dismissed in 2023, DeCastro took his original charges against Kate Peter and added Michael Blue Bacon Peratini, Team Skeptic, and superfan Daniel Clement as filed defamation charges against the foursome in California before the statute of limitations ran out in 2023. That lawsuit has lingered for the past 2 years and seems to be on the verge of a conclusion, as Peratini, the only active defendant in the lawsuit, has filed for terminating sanctions, and DeCastro himself recently filed to drop the lawsuit against Peratini with prejudice, as long as Peratini agreed to his demands. As that case was apparently coming to a conclusion, DeCastro announced his plans to sue Hiller. Unfortunately for the YouTuber, the statute of limitations to sue for defamation based on Hiller's 2022 comments in his most recent states of residence, California, a 1-year limit, and Nevada, a 2-year limit, have run out. There are few states where the statute of limitations for defamation runs for 3 years. Those states include Arkansas, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, New Mexico, Rhode Island, Vermont, and Wisconsin. In most states, the filing of those lawsuits in federal court must be done in person by the individual who is filing the lawsuit. While there were rumblings and rumors that DeCastro had filed the new civil rights lawsuit last week, no new listings have been found in either the PACER federal lawsuit tracking system. DeCastro had not left California during that time, and the states that he could easily drive to with 3-year statutes of limitations was limited to New Mexico. With the new addition of Kate Peter and Josh Abrams to the lawsuit, it appears he is attempting to revive a version of his old lawsuit against the pair and adding Hiller, who is based out of California, in order to get around California's 1-year statute of limitations on defamation by filing his lawsuit in one of the remaining states that has a 3-year statute of limitations. As of press time, there still are no new lawsuits listed in PACER filed by DeCastro. This would probably explain why he's scheduled and removed his live stream announcing the lawsuits and privated his video release with the same subject matter. DeCastro did not live stream on Tuesday after having technical issues Monday night. But no one should be surprised if he turns up in Arkansas, New Hampshire, New Mexico, Rhode Island, Vermont, Wisconsin, or Massachusetts when you next see him. This is a developing news story.